As much hate as my Family Matters breakdown got at the time, I always knew that it would age really well.
They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture you painted ain't what it seemed. You did.
Drake seems to be referencing an incident that allegedly occurred at the Hard Rock Cafe in 2014, where it was rumored that Kendrick was involved in an altercation with a woman. Although Kendrick denied these allegations and the story eventually faded from public attention, Drake appears to highlight on this track that the woman involved was not just anyone, but that it was his queen, Whitney. Now, there's a video of a security guard who claims that Kendrick was indeed responsible for this incident.
Because, like, half of her face was, like, blown out, pretty much. She was with a certain rapper who had assaulted her. His first name was Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah. There was cops there, and we didn't find out it was Kendrick until later.
And it's at this point where the Who Kid drop from Drake from Push-Ups starts to get a little more interesting. When we explore this further, the Who Kid drop wasn't just a reference to the Dave Free and Whitney allegations, but it pointed us right into the direction of when Kendrick performed in Las Vegas on May 3rd, 2014, with DJ Who Kid playing the very next day. Then we can't forget that Drake dropped his Family Matters record on May 3rd, so this was all extremely calculated. I can guarantee Kendrick did not want these allegations coming to light again. He picked up on that drop in Push-Ups right away, knew what it meant, and he acted accordingly.
Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale.
It's called a safety net, right? That's what that is.
If you take it there, I'm taking it further.
Now, what we do know is that Kendrick did indeed make it to this performance. As you can see, this is when he first arrived at the event, and this is him with his friends at the rehab pool. He was slated to perform early that Saturday at 10 a.m. I also found a photo where he's in his hotel suite after the performance, and this photo was likely taken midday. I tried my best to pinpoint what exact suite this was, meaning what hotel was this at, but I couldn't figure it out. Skirt! Actually, I figured it out. I got a little bit better at research since 1 year ago. I'll put the photo up here. As you can see, they're the exact same thing. I'll show like the TVs here, pools here. You can see the trees behind them. It's the Hard Rock Cafe. Next, we also know that Kendrick didn't just hang back to chill at the suite that night, as we have photos of him at the pre-party for the Mayweather fight. As you can see, the date by Alamy is clearly listed as Las Vegas, May 3rd, 2014. Interestingly enough, the bodyguard also stated that this incident took place during Memorial Day weekend or at a fight.
It was Memorial Day or it was fight weekend, I don't remember.
However, another layer comes into play here, as we also have a photo of Kendrick with Whitney at this exact pre-party. As you can see, Alamy clearly tags this photo as being at a pre-party for a Mayweather fight on May 3rd. We also know that Kendrick made it to the fight that night, as I found a photo of him at the event. And that's when the fight took place, May 3rd. The main fight took place that night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it went the full 12 rounds, wrapping up at around 1 a.m. With all that said, we now have a fairly decent timeline of what Kendrick's day looked like up until early in the morning of May 4th. Based on what the bodyguard is saying, and based on the info I just shared, it seems like Kendrick would have went back to his hotel that night between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., and this is likely when the incident would have took place. So when we look at the timeline I presented, we got to at least admit that the bodyguard's info aligns with it, right?
It was Memorial Day or it was fight weekend, I don't remember.
Also important to note, even if this incident did take place on Memorial Day weekend, it still wouldn't look much better for Kendrick because he also performed in Vegas during that time as well.
It was Memorial Day or it was fight weekend, I don't remember.
Secondly, there is information from a news outlet called Media Takeout, which reported on the incident when it occurred. According to Media Takeout, both TDE and a crisis management firm contacted them demanding that the article be taken down, claiming that the story was entirely false. You know, I got so much heat for this breakdown at the time, and I always, like, in my heart of hearts, I always knew that it would eventually one day age really well. I think the hate that this record is getting right now will not last forever. I believe that this record has some elements of truth to it, and I'm confident that this will age better in time. I can guarantee you, all the people that made content for the last 5 months shitting all over this record, none of that content's going to age well. In 5, 10, 15 years from now, people are going to look at this record differently, and at least they'll have a good breakdown to go to. And now you're going to see that a lot of this is about to come out.